Cancel.
Schweezy.
All right. This is from a Rolling Stone.
What?
Bob Dylan apologizes over Autopen controversy, an error in judgment. Bob Dylan has apologized to fans following the controversy surrounding the hand-signed copies of his new book, The Philosophy of Modern Song, with the music legend admitting he employed an Autopen after a bad case of vertigo and COVID protocols left him unable to personally autograph the limited edition run. I can't do a Bob Dylan impression. I've been made aware of there's a controversy and about signatures. It's in my recent artwork, prints, and on a limited edition of Philosophy of Modern Song, Dylan wrote Friday in a rare social media statement. I've hand-signed each and every art print over the years, and there's never been a problem. Dylan continued, however, in 2019, I had a bad case of vertigo, and it continued with the pandemic years. It takes a crew of 5 working in close quarters with me to help enable these signing sessions, and we could not find a safe and workable way to complete what I needed to do while the virus was raging. So during the pandemic, it wasn't possible to sign anything, and the vertigo didn't help. With contractual deadlines looming, the idea of using an Autopen was suggested to me, along with the assurance that this kind of thing is done all the time in the art and literary world. Soon after the release of the Philosophy of Modern Song, some of those who spent $599 on the limited edition run of 900 personally signed copies, complete with a letter of authenticity, began sharing their autographs online. However, after comparing the signatures, fans soon deduced that the autograph was created using an Autopen, which reproduced Dylan's signatures with at least 17 different subtle variations. Man, they really try to be slick. So, the actual, like, I just thought it would probably be the same one. Stamp. I don't know how Autopens work also, so don't be taking me, don't be dragging me under with this. But he had 17, so he made a signature, 17 different signatures, and then kind of varies it through the Autopen, and fans were like, this seems off, and stuff like that. And yeah, I would feel kind of ripped off because Bob Dylan didn't actually sign it, but it's also like, he kind of did, but like he didn't, but he kind of did. It's his signature. So it's his actual signature. So like you could go into Pawn Stars and assuming no one would have known about this Autopen. So whoever, those guys who like look at signatures, they get their iPad with the big old camera. They look at it and it's like, well, that's a real handwriting. Yeah, they find an actual confirmed Bob Dylan signature and you're like, yeah, it's his real signature. So, yeah, I remember I worked at Blackbird Studio for a minute, and I was watching Ponce. That was when the whole Rick Harrison meme was big, and so I saw like, yeah, this guy has a signed copy from the Beatles, and then the guy came in, looked at it, and like John Lennon's signature is specific like this, so yeah, that's real. And I looked at, they had one signed thing in there just as decoration. I'm like, oh, that's actually real, unless it's an Autopen, I don't know. But like that's the thing though, so like it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I don't know how big of a deal is this because. I mean, it's technically a signature. It's just mass-produced. So it's not like Bob Dylan wasn't in contact with it specifically. But also, yeah, I mean, $599, though, for something he didn't actually sign. Like, I feel like the price has to drop from there. Like, he didn't actually sign it. So the price does have to actually drop. But I get it. I get what's going on. Like, he couldn't do it. I mean, maybe if I was there, it's like, well, we could Autopen it. It's like, well, it's not really like signed by Bob Dylan at it, and I'll just be like, let's just make it a very limited number then. Let's just see how much you can do. Stuff like that. Anyways, though, I get it, but also it's kind of, I get why they did it. I mean, like, I get why they did it, but it feels kind of like if you bought it, like you got ripped off. Because it's not really Bob Dylan's signature. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. Got him! It's like fucking Bob Dylan to everyone right now who spent $600 on a book. Life's what you make it, so let's make it rock. Hey there, you just checked out a highlight from Cancel Schweezy. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you learned something and that you are now a smarter individual. Just so you know, we have full episodes and other many highlights available now. Click here for the next best thing that you can go check out as well. And make sure you press that subscribe button and press that notification bell. That way you get updated anytime we make a new post or anytime that we make a new highlight or full episode. So thank you, honk if you love butt drugs, and stay awesome.